Advice from a British aunt.
When giving your opinion, always spill the tea. Bitter or sweet, it always tastes better than a cup of bullshit.
Never judge a book by its cover. Read them for filth instead. Never go through life with too much baggage. Simply keep calm and carry on.
Concerned about the sanity of your country?
Not to worry, my dear. Your friends are here.
You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. Your friends are here. Your friends are here.
Hey, internet, hey, look, in honor of tonight's show, curtains, right? They move. It's not green screen. It's genuine red velvet curtains. I did it for you guys. Welcome to the show tonight, everyone. We hope you're having a good evening. I feel a lot less stressed. Last week we did a very stress-focused episode. Tonight we're really going to do something a little more fun-based with just lots of games. We're not going to talk about much of anything that stresses us out. But if you have not seen the show before, which come on. You're like our parents and our friends. You probably have seen this show before, but just to let any newbies know, this is an online live-streamed improv show, so we will depend on suggestions from you to keep the energy and the magic of the show going. To get that, we have you suggest. We don't have you just shout things out loud like in a normal raucous live improv setting. It doesn't do any of us any good. I mean, you can do that if it's your thing, but we can't hear it. So you're going to need to do that while typing into the little chat box to the right of the YouTube video. And we're going to be pitching some requests for suggestions out, even during this opening segment. I want to remind everybody that the show is free. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m., although we do take donations, which you can do at Your Friends on Venmo, just at Your Friends, one word. Or there's an Eventbrite link in the description for the video down below. You can purchase a ticket at any price, and 20% of what we earn goes to different nonprofit orgs at different times. But we have a really fun show for you tonight with a special guest, and let me introduce, it's not just me. It's not just me standing up and yakking at you, thank God. We have a bunch of other hilarious improvisers coming up for you, including Mr. Daniel Ruiz.
There we go. Hey.
There he is. Daniel, now, do you like to keep people waiting? Is this a thing with you?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit?
It depends on the situation.
Is it you being cheeky?
Actually, I think it's more trying to listen in if they start talking like trash about me. I want to give it some time to let that happen.
Okay,
I can come in at just the right moment.
And just surprise them and be like, I heard that, motherfuckers. That's right, we swear on this show.
Yeah, no, I don't actually like to confront them. I just like them to know that I know.
And then you just stare at them.
I typically laugh.
You'd laugh. All right. Daniel, if you had a question for the audience, what would you ask them? What would you want to hear from them?
Oh, that's a good question right there, Davis. I think I would ask the audience, if you could cast magic, what spell would you cast?
Oh, if you had but only one spell.
Only one spell. That's it. That's all you were good at.
Great. All right. Type that into the chat. We're probably going to be turning to these suggestions here and there throughout the show. If you could only cast one magic spell, what would you cast? Type that into the chat box. Thank you very much, Daniel. I'm going to bring up one of our next player, Jacob Ellis.
Oh, no, yeah, hello.
Jacob.
Hello
Jacob,
there. Hello. Yes.
I notice you have a beautiful wooden duck there.
Yes.
Does it resent that you didn't get laughter and applause as quickly as Daniel did?
Not as much as I do, but
Okay.
but you still a little bit, resents it a little
Oh,
bit.
just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope the duck hangs out with us for all the show.
Okay, we can make it
Yeah,
happen.
keep him in. Keep him in the mix. If you had a question for the audience, what would you ask them?
Where's the camera? It's my computer. Right here?
It's your computer. It's
Right here?
It's your computer. Yeah, I can't tell you where your camera is. I'm
Okay.
at your computer.
All right, I'm gonna look at this one.
You do what you need to, buddy.
Why'd you do it?
Why did you do it?
Why did you do it? That's my
Why do you
question.
do it?
Hope it's not too specific.
Type it in to the chat. Tell us why you did it. All right. Jacob's going to be coming back for some more scenes. Next up, we have Carrie DeWitt Brody. Oh, there she is. Now, you've made a choice to have a crowd behind you in almost trying to let us know that they're the ones providing this applause. Is that what you're trying to insinuate?
Well, you see, it's my COVID pod, and I have to bring them everywhere with me. So.
And they never go anywhere else without you?
No, it's kind of like I'm a leader and they're followers, so I never have to be if Jimmy has his nephew's bar mitzvah, we're not going. Like I'm not in on that Zoom call. But if
you don't want to contaminate that Zoom call with your potential COVID
definitely
over Zoom.
not. I obviously no, but like Jimmy's family there.
Yeah. Which one's Jimmy?
He's this guy right here with the popper.
I see him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
That's a Jimmy if I ever saw one.
Good old Jimmy Blowhard. That's what we call him.
Carrie, I'm going to ask you the same thing I've been asking everybody else. If you had to ask the audience something, what do you want from the audience? What can they tell you?
You know, I feel like the audience has a lot of wisdom. I would say, audience, if you were a friend, what friend would you be?
What friend would you be? I don't know what it means. Maybe you do. And if you do, tell us. Tell us what that means. What friend would you be? What does it mean? Thank you very much, Carrie. We've also got, you've been hearing a little bit. Have you been hearing some music? A little bit of musicality drifting in under some of this sound? Like that? Oh, that can only mean one thing. That's Max Bennett-Parker is here as well. There you go.
I forgot that I usually play through this whole introductory sequence.
We do. It's the exact same introductory sequence we've done all the time. There have been no changes.
Oh,
it sounds like we've been informed that other music has been playing underneath it, and that Max may be losing his job to automation.
I mean, that's the way things are going. I'll only be happy when I can finally upload my consciousness into the cloud. You know?
Max, speaking of the cloud,
no response.
What we know, what else is like a cloud?
Sure.
Just chat, just random chat on the internet, which is who we're entertaining. So, what would you ask that cloud of chatterboxes?
That cloud of chatterboxes. I think a question that's been on my mind lately, and I'm not stalling for time or anything.
No. You never.
If
the stalling would never happen.
No.
From you.
For me?
Purpose, for you.
For these purposes, absolutely not.
The purpose being
right
of time.
If does everyone know the concept of lucid dreaming? Has everyone experienced this? Where during your sleep state, you begin to be able to control your dreams to a certain extent.
Was that the question?
Aware that you're dreaming.
Does the chat know what lucid dreaming? Does everybody know what lucid?
I'm getting there.
I'm gonna need a 30-minute explanation personally.
Okay, well I'll drop a link to a
I love hearing about other people's dreams.
I'll drop a link to a Seth Rogen podcast.
It's really
Perfect.
entertaining.
Okay. What is the first thing you do when you become aware that you're dreaming?
Oh. During a lucid dream, you become aware that you're dreaming. What's the first thing you do with this newfound awareness that you are in a dream? Mm-hmm. What is it that you do? We got a lot of interesting questions about what magic would you cast? What do you do when you know you're lucid dreaming? A lot of interesting thematic ties here. I don't know.
Quite fond of. I spend a fair amount of time treading the dreamscape. That's my
excellent.
That's my chosen mode.
Alrighty, thanks, Max. He's going to be providing our live musical accompaniment for the whole show. We have another member here, not the last and not the least. She's the great Lizzie Prindle. Everyone, Lizzie. Oh.
Yes.
How are you doing tonight, Lizzie?
I am doing so wonderfully. Mm-hmm.
And you're going to leave it at that? I feel like you're being cagey.
It's more that I can't think of anything witty to say at the most inopportune moment.
Well, would you like to ask the audience for something like that? Like a suggestion? What would you say at an inopportune moment? Or any kind of question for a similar situation? What do you... This is why we got a live studio audience, so we don't have to think of anything. We do nothing on this show.
Why is Davis so mad?
Why am I so mad, everybody? Why am I just so mad?
It's not my fault.
Let us know, because Lizzie wants to know. Why is Davis so mad? All right, thank you, Lizzie. We've also got Benji Canant running the tech board tonight, always doing his tech magic. How you doing? You very excited there, Benji, eh?
Doing good, Davis. I love my job.
Love your job. This is a job?
Oh yeah, I work hard at this, making sure you look good. I learned early on in my improv career that the job of a good improviser is to make you look good, and so that's what I'm here to do.
Me personally, Davis Banta needs to look good.
Yeah, by name. That's what I'm here for.
It's. I'm glad that they've been started teaching that in every improv school.
Yeah, it's in Kevin Johnstone's book, I believe.
That's great. That's why I bought it. I was like, I don't know this guy, but I like him already. All right. And we have, again, we like to do these shows with a special guest, and we've brought another returning guest over tonight. You might remember her from one of our first shows when we were streaming live on Facebook, pre-YouTube. We have Brittney Mignano here.
Hello, hello.
Brittney, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. It's cold, but I'm good.
It is cold.
Yeah.
You're excited to be here. This is the second time you'll be on this show.
I know. I'm very excited. I feel old and important.
a venerated artist among us. The last time, we actually just kind of had a conversation with you to inspire our long form, but we're going to be incorporating you a lot more in many of our little pieces, and I'm excited to work with you and play with you more throughout the show.
Yeah,
so I hope you hope you enjoy the new format. I hope you enjoy the time here. And we're going to get to our first game of the evening. With that, it's called Last Line, First Line. This is going to be with everybody, but I need 2 players up to begin. And I'm going to use one of the suggestions to start this up. So we're going to use the suggestion of pet a tiger. Pet a tiger. The suggestion is pet a tiger. And Max is going to, at some point, play a little chime. And a completely new scene will start after that. There's no recurring characters. It's completely new, but the new players have to use the last sentence that was said in this scene. You'll get it. And Carrie and Jacob are going to begin a scene with the suggestion of pet a tiger. Pet a tiger.
So.
Show.
You think you're ready for this step?
I think I'm pretty ready, you know. And I already shelled out $800, so I think I'm kind of in it now.
I mean, you have paid the premier tier fees for initiation into the tiger's eye.
Whoa. That $800 is just to get me in front of so the tiger can see me?
Well, Sir, Tiger's Eye is the elite group that you've joined.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
That's why I have this lifelike animatronic tiger head.
Let me tell you, it's scary, and it tells me exactly who you people are, not to be fucked with.
I forgot how to turn it off. I thought it'd be cute, like one of those big mouth Billy Bass. Do you remember that?
It's like motion activated.
Take me to the river.
It's so great. See, this one just
dunk me in the water.
This one's off key. And
you can download more songs like this by going to
Alexa.
Animated.
It's not the dumbest. It's not the dumbest singing animal I've seen, though.
Well, I mean, it's not the dumbest animal I've seen, in my dog class, my puppy class, but I mean, she is close.
Yeah, nah, she's a real stinker, ain't she? Nah.
Well,
I was kind of hoping that maybe, this wouldn't be a intelligence-based dog grooming class, finishing school, as it were, as I've come to find it to be.
Okay. You know what? Jeremy, right? Okay.
Thank you for remembering my name. It's more than most people can do in a given moment.
It is very difficult for me to remember you, which is an issue when you want to be a groomer. I mean, you're not good. You're just not. I mean, you put that poodle in the dryer the other day, like I specifically told you not to. And
yeah.
She puffed up like she was like a winter sheep.
Right. And I thought that would be a good thing because then we could shear off the extra fluff and make a sweater for a kid in some impoverished land that would be cold during the winter time.
Jeremy. No one wants a poodle sweater. I mean, I don't
They're
know.
warm. They itch a little, but not as much as llama fur.
They itch a little, but not as much as llama fur. What do you think it is?
Well, it can't be alpaca fur. That'd be too easy.
Yeah. I really wish it had come with a label.
Yeah.
But it's moving.
It is moving.
Mm-hmm.
It is moving. Gary, you said that, right? When you first saw it.
I thought I saw it moving.
And then, Carolyn, you just said it's moving now. And now I observe it is moving. That means I'm the slowest one of the group, and that means I'm probably the first to die if this is a predator.
Oh, Barry, that's just bullshit. Come on. You're not
I'm the only one who's touched it.
Well,
you could have.
Carol,
it could be bonded.
Yeah, maybe it has your soul.
But
does it have eyes? Can we look in its eyes?
Yeah.
It's only fur.
Can you lift it up?
There's no eyes.
But it's moving.
There's no legs that I can see. It has an inside, right?
Carolyn, you're asking me like...
So it has an inside.
No.
Right.
No.
It doesn't. Okay.
It's just an outside.
Okay. So we're doing it like Arrested Development style. So this is just like
it's just an outside
of the house.
Except,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except instead of a house, it's a whale.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, when you said that you wanted to make a whale of a suburb, I thought you meant no. I thought you meant. I mean, a big.
No.
A whale.
No. I mean, it's going to be shaped like whales.
Okay.
Because of the rising tides from global warming. It's going to rise up. And what are these condominiums going to look like? They're going to look so weird, right? You're like, oh man, those things are like in the water. But if you got a whale house, it's perfectly fine in the water.
Do these whale houses, do they float? Like if there was a big tsunami, would they float away, or would you just drown in a giant?
I love, this is why I like working with you. You're full of all these ideas, right? It's like I come in with whales, you're like, make it a floating whale. Mm-hmm. And I think this is really going to be a good investment. So all we got to do is really get like the first 500 lined up, I think. First 500, then we'll have all the captains.
Ah, there's the whale that took
Look
me
at this
leg.
guy. Look at this guy.
Load her up. We're gonna get blubber tonight, boys.
And scene. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something a little different. You've seen some of our takes on Google Translate theater and other kinds of iterations of the arts. We're going to do another great piece of theater. Our guest, Brittney Mignano, is a fabulous actress, and she has agreed to assist us by performing these great pieces of found theater. So, if you will all give us the great respect of enjoying Craigslist theater. Great pieces of theater taken from Craigslist.
Dear so-and-so, this goes out to my COVID-19 test nurse in Santa Rosa. You swabbed my nose so delicately. I wanted to ask for your number. Our eyes met, and I felt a connection. Let me know if you felt the same.
Who among us has not felt the same?
So moving.
And it's up to times.
Oh my gosh.
It's a tale as old as time, or at least a year or so. Craigslist theater.
Has it been a year?
I don't know. I don't know what time is anymore.
I mean, it's March 90. Wait. It's March.
It's 1998.
It's March 1998.
Because of the party we've been having.
I can still finish elementary school. I'll be back.
We
Be
still,
back, guys.
you guys, we don't know how to party like it's 1999 yet.
Wow.
I mean, I think we're getting there with the alcohol level.
You know how we learn is by making some new choices.
Oh.
If we had a bullhorn sound effect. That's right. That's the segue horn, y'all. I just segued into our next game. That game's called
Davis is crushing it tonight, as host.
Bam! Bam! Just makes it more of a mystery why I'm still so angry.
That's me on a segue.
Is it because you're mad horny?
No, I see.
Is that one of the suggestions?
Daniel, God damn it, that is my line, you... I'm not...
You sleep, Lizzie. You don't get the fishing.
I'm going to go with...
Oh.
He has his
I'm the...
shadow. Shadow has a shadow. A shadow that has a shadow.
It's a good one.
A shadow that has a shadow. And we're going to do a game called New Choice featuring Lizzie and Jacob. You can take this suggestion of a shadow with a shadow in any way. So, literal, metaphorically. But whenever Max plays that little note, new choice.
Okay.
And the last one, when he doesn't play that, that's the choice that is accepted, that is deemed Max appropriate, and you may proceed with the scene, and that is canon. All right. A shadow with a shadow.
Kara, I'm being literal. His shadow has a shadow. And it's just, you could tell it's just not trustworthy. It has a completely different vibe.
Okay. stop. Wait a minute. So let's say it's a hot day, right? It's like the sun is coming. There's two shadows. That's what you're telling me. You see there's like one and then there's the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But don't ask me how it works. Okay, yes. And I think, I'm pretty sure I know how it works. Is nothing that I've said really tracks at all. I know it sounds crazy.
No, you said it. You are 100% correct. You are 100% correct.
And nothing
Carrie,
tracks.
we've talked about this in therapy, okay? We've talked about this with your mother. It was super awkward. We talked about this in front of the whole family at Thanksgiving dinner, and it just didn't go. We've talked about this until I've just wanted to hit you. And I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like that I feel that way, but you just talk. I mean, two shadows, come on.
Listen, yeah, I know. I start saying, crazy things. Then I get the belt, I get the fist, I get the shoe, I get the watch, I get the light,
right,
I get the lamp, I get the mason jar.
Okay.
And I'm totally deserving of all this, Kara. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
we've talked about that.
I know. Can we drop it? I know, and as much as I'd love to talk about it more, I'm going to ignore it because it frightens me. Mm-hmm. But I'm suggesting to you, and I think what I need to do is find some scientist buddies. And you still know Todd?
Oh yes, I still definitely. Yes, I know.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. I think he knows all about shadows. So I think what we need to do is somehow get ourselves to the shadow world. And then see what what they got going on over there. What do they eat?
I would like to know what you've been eating. Frankly, I would like to know what you have been smoking. Okay, I would like to know how you know all of these things. I would like to know where the shadow world is as well, because then maybe I could find that shadow person that wasn't a real person that I caught you with that one time, but because they're a shadow, they're not real, right?
We're all shadows if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Of course we are. Yep.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, right? Huh?
And your puns are your puns are always funny, and I always appreciate them. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Your puns, I just don't track with me. I don't understand most of them. Mm-hmm. But it's because I'm so fixated I'm one track minded. I don't have a funny bone in my tiny little body. I don't. Mm-hmm. And this is, I think, why you love me. You respect me. Oh. Because I'm serious. And I don't play games. And I'm gonna kiss you. Oh my God.
Actually, I'm still gonna beat you though. So let's go.
All right, take me to.
I have this here to beat you with, but I'm not gonna do it because you laid it on me, fair and square.
Here, you give me great idea. Give me the belt. Give me the belt.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Take this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna strap this on this piece of metal that I was given by that shadow person that you thought I was making out with. By that shadow person that I was making out with and I cheated on you with. I'm sorry. On that shadow thing. I think it might have been an animal.
Okay.
It gifted me.
Take me to the river.
That's
me in the water.
Okay. Now I must be smoking something. What? I don't know what's going on. I need to beat something. I can't.
Please.
Spirit of the Shadow Realm.
Come with me.
Do you hear me?
You know this wasn't a one-off thing.
Yes.
Is this who you cheated on me with? Did you sleep with this man?
Oh, you know I.
Did you have intercourse with this man? Did you fuck my boyfriend?
I made love to your boyfriend. Yep. We certainly broke a few things, if you know what I'm saying. Rower.
What is that supposed to mean,
Quick,
Jerry?
Spirit Daddy, let's go. Let's jump into the portal.
Jump on my back! Into the shadow realm!
How am I alone right now? I'm just gonna be a lesbian. I need to start doing heroin.
That classic punchline. I'm just gonna start doing heroin.
Yeah.
Works every time, folks.
True Santa Cruz fashion, folks. That's right.
But also, folks, do you mind if I call you folks? I've been doing it
Sure
this whole
do.
time. I feel like we can do that now.
You remember when Obama started saying "folks" all the time?
Folks.
Oh yeah.
No, folks. Yep.
He was so
It was
he was so
to prove that he was folksy, I guess.
Yes, because he used the word folks. So that's what, like, he's folksy. He used the word folks.
Mm-hmm.
What you thinking, Daniel?
This entire time you guys were going through that sketch, I was going through Snapchat cam filters, trying to find a shadow filter
I
that
know.
would make me look like a shadow, but also not seem racist at the same time.
That's
Hey,
the comedian's eternal dilemma.
long story short,
Doesn't
Snap
exist.
Camera is
It's not there.
not nailing it on that front.
No.
That's okay.
Oh, snap, chat.
We like Snap Camera. We like Snap Camera, don't we? We love the Snap Camera. Sorry. But you know what we love even more? We love our new format of
Our
Craigslist
fans?
theater.
Oh, okay.
We love our fans too.
Oh, it's
and
just wonderful.
It's really good.
And we've
So
got
moving.
another little piece of Craigslist theater that you might have missed out on. But don't worry, we've got another one for you. Enjoy Craigslist theater.
To the asshole who took up 2 parking spots in front of the apartment. Police ain't doing shit. You took up 2 parking spots in a lot that has limited parking spaces. That is bad. But your car hasn't moved for the past 3 days, and the lot patrol nor the police don't seem to really give a shit. So at 2 a.m. this morning, I got some paint and I spray painted the words, "Move your car," on your front car windows. So yeah, fuck you, fuck your shitty parking, and fuck the fact that you haven't moved your car for the past 3 days.
Oh, I'm in tears
Wow.
again.
I just want to verify these are all real people that wrote these.
These are all real things
People
I
that-
personally have found on Craigslist.
Did you not move your car?
These stories were written by real people.
People.
They're
Yes,
not
this is
written
based
by
on
fake people.
these
It's
are.
not
I don't
some,
know.
some bot, somebody's created.
I don't know. Maybe bots love Craigslist. I don't know where the bots are.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Oh boy. All right. Oh,
It got the approval.
hey! It got the snare drum approval. All righty. Our next thing, we're gonna do another little novel thing. I feel like there's something we've all been missing. I mean, a lot of us have been relieved over the past week. It feels a lot freer, but there's something that we haven't quite gotten a little bit of closure with. And it's a concession speech. There have been a few happening, but smaller places. But I just think we should also provide you with a concession speech, because we've really been missing that for a while, and we're wanting to hear one. So we are going to provide one for you. This is a concession speech in the form of a one-word story, where each of us will provide one word at a time to provide you with, hopefully, a satisfying concession speech of some variety. All right. It will begin with myself, then Lizzie, then Brittney, then Max, then Daniel, then Jacob, and back to me. I'm sorry, that seems like boring, extraneous information for you, the audience. I realized I needed to tell us that, and I forgot to do it ahead of time.
It's essential for us.
Look, it would have been worse if I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's
Let's really drill down, talk about this a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'm after Daniel.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
All
after
right.
Max.
Yeah, we're going to begin with me. All right. We got it. This is a concession speech for you, our viewers. I,
President
Of
Earth,
Shall
Mourn.
my
loss
of
office,
forthwith
Period. Such
wonders.
I
weep
for
they
just
Rock.
my
loins
exclamation point. Hereafter,
all
shall
Worship.
me
as
the what?
as
God,
eternal.
period. Love
Sucks.
yeah
love sucks, yeah. But
and
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But only
if
you
suck.
At
butts.
period. Losing
is
yucky.
You heard?
me.
said me.
Oh, period. Peace.
There's a big smoke bomb going off. And he's gone.
end.
There you go. But if it didn't satisfy you, keep in mind, it might be the only one you're getting.
That's right.
So you're welcome.
Not the first time I've heard that. Strange.
All right. After that public service, we're gonna do a bit of an open-ended scene here with Brittney. Do you have like an image or a piece of art or a book of art you could bring out for us to inspire this next scene?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. So this is going to be like just kind of an open scene inspired by some piece of art and a title. When we see this art, everybody who's watching the stream, contribute what you think the title could be.
Actually, kind of curious about the name of the piece of art we see on the wall right now.
And it's going to be...
Let's really scrutinize the contents of Brittney's room there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's invited us in.
All right. Both of these are created by me. I'm gonna let you guys. We have option A or option B.
All right. Let's go with the right hand.
My
Whatever's
right
in the
hand.
right hand? Yeah.
All right.
Is that what's in the right hand? Yeah.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Can you bring it a little closer to the screen so the audience can see? All right.
Turn my.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I feel like it's very.
Maybe
political.
Lizzie, also turn your camera off just for a second so the audience can get a nice big close-up on that piece of art. You've got some books, kind of a library, a little bit of a...
It's very glossy.
Gloss. Audience.
And I think I recognize this artist.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was a Van Gogh.
What could be the title of this piece of art? Audience, type in some various titles for this piece of art. And we're going to take inspiration. There's a bunch of cutout heads there. And like a sun and a bunch of bookcases. All right. Cool. So we're going to keep typing out your titles. We're going to start off the scene. We'll try to incorporate that in. I'm going to start off with a suggestion from earlier just to get this rolling. And that's going to be, I did it for Jimmy. I did it for Jimmy.
Yeah, nah. He's gone. He's gone and he's in a cement coffin. Down at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. I tell you, I did it for Jimmy. Did it for Jimmy.
I think, the build off of what you're saying, Luigi, I think all of us did at least a little bit of it for Jimmy. I mean, where would we all be if it weren't for Jimmy? The French have a saying, La Bibliothèque de Caption. It's the title of the...
At the library, huh?
Yeah, the library. Jimmy loved the library.
Yeah, he did. He loved reading those crime dramas. He said he was going to read so many crime dramas that he could perfect the perfect crime.
He did. He did perfect the perfect crime eventually. We all remember, right? You remember that perfect crime that Jimmy did?
The day he stole our hearts.
I remember Jimmy. He was so thoughtful, and I mean, he did steal my lunch money every day, but he always left me 1/4 for milk. And I always let him get away with it. I always did it for Jimmy, because
Jimmy,
he was a good guy underneath it all.
I mean, sure, who among us hasn't been pistol whipped by Jimmy once or twice, right?
Oh my god.
You really got the taste of it, man. Rust and 7 flavors, I say.
That's like 1 flavor, 2 flavors. Like, oh, you don't want all 7 flavors.
Has he ever given it to you on your birthday? He's like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
Punches, right?
Every year there'd be another one, right? But you know,
times.
Yeah. And that perfect crime is what led us all to meet each other, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he kept us in the dark, each of us, because that was part of the perfect crime, right?
Mm-hmm. It really was.
Yeah, nobody could snitch on him.
Did he have kids with you guys too?
So many.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
So many kids.
I mean, sometimes I wake up, I go to my front door, there's a new kid, it says, for you from Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was a Chihuahua, but, you know, same difference.
Oh. Aren't they just like kids, though?
They really are. They both shit on the floor.
Yeah. What an autumn bastard Jimmy was.
But he was...
Autumn was his worst time of the year.
Yeah.
You'd get the
grumps.
Get the grumps. He'd get the autumn shakes, he called it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd just like vibrate, like so full of rage. For all of autumn, as long as the trees were shifting color.
Yo, I asked him about that once. You want to know what he told me?
What did he say?
What did he tell you?
He said that autumn reminded him of the different shades his father would beat into him.
Oh,
and that's why it made him so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That. I mean, have you met his father? I mean, ugh.
I did. I put them in some concrete, dropped them off in the Mariana Trench.
Yeah.
That was you?
For
Get
Jimmy.
out.
Yeah.
For Jimmy.
Oh, that's.
What?
I just got the invite. I didn't know that you actually. Did you make the cards too?
That was Gloria.
Oh, that was Gloria. She's great with that.
She does
Oh,
nice
yeah,
work.
she's
She does
real-
nice work.
Nice lady, Gloria.
Yeah.
She really is. She makes the best cannolis. Random enough, but
Mm. Yeah.
She calls them crime triangles.
I know.
Because it's a crime that they're so
The
good.
shapes.
The evidence is the cream, right?
Yeah. Exactly. I've never seen any. You know, he would make us eat these cannolis, these triangular cannolis. And if I find this is how. Yeah. You know, I'm speaking for myself because I hadn't met you until after the crime.
Right.
But for me, it was like a weird ritual. Like he and Gloria would come over and they'd have these triangular cannolis, and they'd make me eat all of them. And if they found one little loose crumb or piece of cream, they'd just beat the hell out of me. You know,
Rusted seven flavors.
I didn't want any evidence.
Oh, that
It's
is
like his way
hilarious.
of training me to not leave a trace.
I mean, I just remember all the times that, you know, he'd be off on one of his I'm assuming he was visiting you guys, you know.
Maybe sometimes.
And he would just call me up randomly and he'd be like, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? And yeah. I never told him what I was doing. No. I guess I got away with more. I'm the youngest wife after all.
I got a question for all y'all, though.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what the crime was?
They never told me.
Yeah, and I still have not figured that out.
Didn't see anything in the papers.
You know, I Sherlocked it. I Agatha Christie'd it. I Jonathan Fluked it.
Did you Hercule Poirot it?
That's a good question.
I mean, I figured when I said Agatha Christie that was good enough for you to
Well, I
understand.
wasn't sure if you were marbling it, Poirot-ing it. I mean,
Did you Scooby do it?
Is Scooby Doo? Yeah.
No,
I mean, that's.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Maybe
somebody. Hey, wait a second.
Hey, babes, it's me, Jimmy.
Holy shit, Scooby Dooed it.
You solved it.
Jimmy! You
come on, you love it.
You owe me 3 years child support, you bastard.
What she said.
Ruh-roh. Scooby-Doo it.
All
right.
Classic Jimmy.
All is forgiven now. Right. Now you all brought guns to rob that bank, right?
Yes.
Well, I only brought a knife. It's all I had.
That's exactly what I wanted you to bring. All right, guys. Let's do this perfect crime.
Okay.
Well.
Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. I got the address wrong.
Who's
You invited? Oh, my God.
You guys, do you not want to do a perfect crime? She needs to be here. Gloria needs
dessert.
With dessert.
Oh, Gloria! I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I know it's been like a couple years, and I know you guys were really proud of me the last time for dropping my cell phone, and then somebody else picked it up, and then they were able to call the cops on us while we were all still standing there. So I apologize for that. So I brought some cannolis.
You guys gonna eat those crime triangles?
Yeah, Jimmy, right away. Right away.
Okay.
Come on, there's only so many. Don't drop it.
Yeah, you should all eat them.
Yeah.
How'd they taste?
Like nightshade.
All right. The long con. Was I supposed to eat one? Was that part of my con? I forgot the last part.
No, of course I wouldn't have given one to you.
Sorry, I've been working on this con for so long, I forgot. That's why I need you behind me.
Yeah, every step of the way.
All right, now let's bury these bodies in some cement.
Okay. Oh, I left the jackhammer in the other box of cannolis.
That's all right.
Just a minute. All right.
And they all got buried in cement ever after. There you go.
Bravo.
Perfect.
So, I mean, Brittney, obviously your piece of art helped inspire that scene. How did that make you feel?
Did we nail it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm way more interested in my painting now.
Gotta find all those clues.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rust and 7 flavors.
Did we ever give it a name?
We were using them throughout the bibliothèque.
Yeah.
Crime Triangle.
Shown Rust and
I'm
7
a fan of that.
flavors.
Crime.
And Autumn Bastard, Crime Triangle, yeah.
Crime cannoli.
Someone came in with a name that seems a little more on the button. It was Colorless Books Washed Out in the Sun.
See, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
very
We're not
sweet.
classy enough to think of that.
Nice. I appreciate it, folks. Thank you.
All right. I think why don't we move on to our long form for the final part of this show. Usually that's inspired by a question from the audience.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here.
Well, I'm coming.
I'm staying right here. You should stay
Yeah,
right
right.
there.
No, I'll leave too. No, I'm leaving it. It was good.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I feel stupid.
Okay. How many people are staying? How many people are leaving?
I'm gonna
So,
come back
right
to say
now-
I'm leaving.
While
Wait, are
we
we
figure
coming
this
back?
out,
I'm going to
put a
stay,
question.
but
Oh no, we're leaving. Okay.
I'm going to be the
He's
moon.
leaving. He's gonna be a moon.
Cooking show.
Benji's gonna stay here. Then he's gonna go. Then he's gonna stay.
Why is Davis mad?
Brittney, come on here. We're gonna if you have questions for our guest Brittney, put them in the chat. I'm gonna open up with this. Why am I so mad?
Okay.
Oh, am I answering this?
Yes. Or
Oh.
you can say I don't know, but I know what makes me mad. You can twist it around. Use it as a start.
I think it started, Davis, when you woke up today. Did it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever wake up just angry or like filled with like any kind of like overriding emotion before you've even
It's the
like woken
first
up?
feeling when I wake up. It's the first feeling is that I lived to see another day.
Yeah. And it just you resent. I resent it anyway.
And
Yeah.
that cheeses you off, Brittney?
My first thought is, shit, my eyes are open now. That's the first thought. The second thought is, that means I have to get up. God damn it. And then, yeah.
All right, now let's get into. Okay, we got enough to branch off. When is the angriest? Can you get into like when is the angriest you've ever been?
I'm Italian, so.
Just pick one of the times, like some incident when you were like significantly angrier maybe than you thought you'd be at the time.
Well, the angriest I've been, or the most recently I've really been angry.
Sure.
Because the angriest I've been, I mean, that's going to be a dark, sad story. But
We can go with the most recent.
recently, I was in the car with a couple of people, and I wasn't driving, and we were just trying to find a good song on the radio station, and I jumped to a station that was playing the song Brandy. You know the song.
Yeah, Brandy, you're a fine girl.
You're a fine girl. What a good wife. Yeah. So they switched over to Diana Ross and the Supremes. I think it was Stop in the Name of Love. And
Before You Break My Heart.
yeah, and I got so angry because I didn't understand why anyone would try to turn off the song Brandy. It's such a good song, and I was really upset. And so in order to make their audio experience less pleasurable, since we were not going to be going back to Brandy, I decided to explain in my rage that Diana Ross, who I was so angry I kept calling her Donna Summer during the entire argument. But I continued to explain that Diana Ross only earned her career because the couches were long enough for her legs. And I stuck by it, and that the other members of the Supremes could have easily been the lead of the Supremes had they made the same career choices as Diana Ross. I was so pissed. So I threw Diana Ross under the bus because I couldn't listen to Brandy. And,
Is Brandy the hill you thought you'd die on?
well, it's not a hill because it's about a sailor and his love of the sea. So it was more of the ship I was going to go down with.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that metaphor.
Yeah.
I think has anyone else in the history of the universe felt as strongly about the band Looking Glass, other than you in that moment?
I think I know one person.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might know the same person.
Prindle.
The person?
Yes.
Oh, his name is Daniel Goldsmith.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Arsenio Hall.
Oh,
you were thinking of Arsenio Hall. These are two different people, for sure.
Yeah, Dan and Arsenio are two different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kindred in spirit.
Yeah.
Shortly.
But Davis, what's the most angry you've ever been?
You mean today?
Oh, you mean the most recent? I get angry at petty things, like even just like I get angry at objects a lot for not cooperating. I don't know I don't know, Brittney, if you tend to anthropomorphize objects as like, oh, this did not function the way it was advertised as, or the way I hope it will, and I perceive this as ill intent. I'm just like just a controller or anything, and it just makes me flips me into a rage. But I try to keep it private. I do try to, like, no one's seeing me here right now. And yeah, otherwise I just think about just cosmically states of world and stuff. Yes.
That's interesting. My first response to like objects not functioning the way that they are intended to, my first thought is never like, oh, you stupid thing. It's more of, I knew I was always this stupid. I knew I was always this stupid. I knew someone else is going to easily be able to fix this, but I am not able. I knew it. I put it in and it should work. Case in point, the wall heater behind me.
Sure.
It has a dial on the side, and I've been messing with it for the better part of the last 3 days, and I've been freezing in the morning and in the evenings, hence the anger when I wake up first thing in the morning, since I'm angry. And I texted my landlord today, and I said, hey, any chance that we can, I know there was a way that you explained that the heater could work, and it's just not working. And he said, that's crazy. It should all be good to go. And so it's all reaffirming, you're stupid, Brittney, you didn't figure it out. And he said, did you check the thermostat, which is right here on the wall? And it turns out my self-criticisms are 100% true most of the time.
Has there ever been like an object where you were like, no, this thing fucking doesn't get it?
You mean where I thought it was the thing and not me?
Yeah, and almost like you came to hate and despise that thing of itself and think of it as a nemesis.
Oh, my mic pack in one of the shows that I was in. Yeah.
Because it was a thing you had to use consistently. And
I kept going to the sound engineer and the sound designer for the show. I went to the costumer for the show. They kept trying to find different areas in my body to shove the microphone to get it to work better. We would wrap it up in different ways. I would, to the point where I wish I had a mouth at the base of my neck so I could just speak to the pack and not even to the tiny little microphone. And you're supposed to return the property to its owners, which is not us individually as performers. It's to the theater company that you're working for, who's probably rented it from somewhere. And I had such a hard time handing it off because I was like, this thing came from another fucking universe and it hates me and it's supposed to function in one way and it's choosing not to despite me.
Right. Yes, yeah. That's how I feel all the time about everything. Has there ever been like we'll get towards the end here and get into the long form, but has there ever been like a job or something that you've had for a long time that would, or I guess it could be short, that filled you with rage or something like that, that you had to do, but like you had to find a way to work with it because you just fucking hated it, and you had to then kind of come to terms with it or make peace with it in some way?
I worked in accounting once. And I barely passed like elementary level algebra. But I needed the job, and the woman who hired me needed my help inputting numbers. And I would show up, and if anyone out there has like math anxiety, you can imagine what it's like to immediately clock into work and sit in front of a computer and just enter numbers in all day.
Oh, yeah.
I know someone who has math anxiety. The accountant at my old job. Like, for real, that lady is stressed out.
Yeah. It's I would show up and I would punch in the numbers, and this woman would just get angry because there were so many mistakes all of the time. And I was just angry that I was there, and I kept guessing at all the I had to do a lot of expense reports. So I was adding just basic arithmetic, adding up receipts and putting them into a total to which you would bill the company. And it was always wrong because my addition, I had a calculator, it was always wrong. And I was just like, please fire me because I'm never going to quit because I need the money. And we had to share a very small little office space. So it got to the point where I would walk in and she wouldn't even look at me because she couldn't fire or she couldn't fire me. She had no say over it. So
you turned your boss into an Angela, like in the office.
Yeah. Only she cooked food that just stank. So she just would seethe and stink, and I would just make mistakes all day.
It's just in your head. You're like, yeah, just do it.
Sounds like the labyrinth.
No, I want you to do it. I don't want this. I don't want this either. It's just this bad marriage you're both trapped in, and you're just like. Well, on that, thank you, Brittney. Yeah. You'll take some of those themes, locations, etc., and we're going to do a long-form improv with recurring characters, and we'll try to weave a narrative story. Any of us can appear as characters, and just for one last thing, can you, Brittney, provide us with a location for the first scene in this story? Doesn't have to have anything to do with your story. It could any place.
A park bench in a park.
A park bench. We begin our story in a park bench.
Hello, stranger. Come to feed the ducks?
I'm just... No, that duck knows what he's doing. Here's a... No.
You know, I come to feed these ducks bread every day. And I do it because I hate ducks.
God, I hate them too.
Bread's bad for a duck. It expands in its stomach and eventually leads to its demise.
I can't even bring myself to feed him anymore. I just come and stare at him and try to make him uncomfortable.
That'll never work on the duck.
No?
Well, you see, ducks have strange penises.
This has to do with that fact. You're not just dropping this in as trivia.
Well, you come to learn a lot about them when you devote your entire life to the end of their entire race.
Can I ask, how long have you been at this? I mean, are these the same ducks you've been feeding bread to in order to kill them, or have...
No, this is the 15th generation of duck I've been feeding to kill.
Wow.
Been going at this a good 20 years.
Wow, 20 years.
Some say it might be my life's calling. I say, I just don't like ducks.
I mean, I got specific reasons for not liking that duck. I ain't got any real quarrel with the rest of them. Don't care for them.
Cut to the specific reason he has an issue with that duck.
Get the fuck away from me. Trying to read. No, I can't do it. Just go away. No, come on, no. Get away. Ow, no, go, oh, there's so much blood coming out of my mouth.
Cut back to present time.
Yeah.
You're telling me a duck performed kung fu on you?
Telling you that duck performed kung fu on me.
So they're learning.
That one anyway. I don't know if they're taking lessons or if this is a prodigy duck. Can't let it go on.
Do you want to hear the story about why I hate ducks?
See, suppose it seems fair. What brought you to this 20-year-old quest?
Well, my wife was driving back from a day at the farm when a flock of ducks flew straight across her path.
I'm starting to imagine it.
And she careened off the road and attempted to swerve away from
this is good,
ducks. See, because
fine.
she loved the fowls and she did not wish to harm them, but she flew off the cliff much like a duck would fly off of a pier in search of worms to eat at the bottom of a lake, except the car crashing into the bottom of the ravine was like a duck ducking its head under the water.
Okay. You forgot.
My wife did not pull herself back up like a duck would.
Not like a duck would. As a duck
yes.
would float, yeah.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that she died because ducks flew into her path while she was driving.
Have you ever taken a creative writing class?
I ain't had much time for writing since this whole duck vendetta started.
It might pay off in the end. I mean, because then you could explain things quicker.
To a creative writing class. All right. So this is my first day teaching a class. If you guys, anybody write anything at all? You wrote something? Very good, girl. Sorry if I don't know what I'm doing here.
My pronouns are she, her.
All right, so I was right. All right. Shut up. You, young man. See it in your
Wouldn't
eyes.
say I was young anymore.
Okay,
But,
you know what? Fuck me. I can't do
compliment.
anything right. Okay, you know that's what they said. Greg, you can't be a teacher. You can't be a teacher. You don't ask questions before you talk.
Flashback to when someone told him that. Greg, you can't be a teacher. You can't be a teacher. You're not good at teaching. You don't use good ways of speaking when you talk to people. You just call people like girl, boy. That's not even like sensitive to modern times. It's also disrespectful. They have names.
Well, to be honest, I think. Whoa!
Oh Jesus! Oh God! Oh, so much blood in my face from this duck.
You. May I call you? Well, fuck it. You. I feel like you're a good writer. I can see it in your soul. I can see it in your eyes. You've seen things, haven't you?
Yes.
Like different things that are different, like not just like normal things that you've like. We all see things. We all see things. God, yes.
Can I have the lavatory pass, please?
Yeah, there's not one. Just go.
Whatever.
All right. Well, it's just you, me, and whoever the hell that girl is in this class. You want to take a walk?
Her name's Brittney.
Go to the bathroom.
Fine.
Sure, I've been meaning to walk past the park lately. All this class taking's cutting into my time of my favorite pastime.
Is that walking or going to the well?
It's killing ducks. See, people are expecting a lot from a man of my age and wisdom, but you'll find that I am very one note. I have a single-minded passion, and that is to bring the... What have I been living my life for?
I know of a club. I'm a member of it. It's called the Duck Murdering Society. And we murder ducks, see. I think you should come on by tonight at 7 p.m. over by the Togos.
Perfect place for overabundance of bread. I will be there.
See you tonight.
Hey, Greg. Hey, did you let that girl go to the bathroom without a lavatory pass?
I didn't think there was one. I should have asked. I should have.
Wait, what do you think this is? Some kind of bathroom playground graveyard?
You gotta go to the
Get your
bathroom.
class in the palm of your iron fist is all I'm saying.
Son of a.
All right. I'm your principal.
All right, yeah, all right, fine.
Cut to the duck killing meeting
That
club.
fucking ass.
Club meeting.
We all assembled.
Yeah. I know we're waiting on one, but
A new initiate.
A new
might be a
initiative.
no-show. You know how they are.
You mind if I put on some music, maybe? Like,
I would. Yes, I've already heard some.
anyone have any objections to Looking Glass to Brandy by Looking Glass?
Not at all.
Well, actually, I prefer the Supremes.
Just
Really?
Well, I like Motown.
as opposed to Brandy by Looking Glass.
Brandy is what you drink. You don't listen to Brandy. Oh, no.
I'll listen to Brandy, man.
Thank you.
Well, who's going to listen to Gerald? I mean, come on, it's Gerald, really.
Put on Brandy.
All right. So, looks like we're all here today, except for most of us. So, looks like 4 of us.
Except
are
for
here.
most of us. Yeah.
Typical meeting.
Right. But,
I don't think they're gonna open the door for me.
Who said that?
Is that a person outside?
My God, that was the young man.
Oh, he actually came. Oh, excellent.
Does he know the password?
Does he have a name?
Does he know the password?
Yeah, what's your name? And the password.
In that order.
I think he's already here.
Oh. Well, then just the name then, I guess.
Well, just
My name's Monty.
Monty.
Nice to meet you.
That's a good name for a duck killer. Yes.
or an
There it is.
undercover duck killer.
Oh, don't spoil the surprise.
Oh, excuse. Ooh.
Are
He
you
still
wrong?
didn't give the
Brandy?
password.
Maybe
Yes,
didn't.
true.
What is the password?
Should we?
Oh, ducks have weird penises.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, everybody's got it,
Ain't it true?
right? When you hear that, how do you not
Really
just
is.
hate a duck?
People aren't talking about it enough.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not trivia. It's specific information.
Yeah, that's right.
They refuse to teach it in schools. It's astounding. Yes. Well, we should probably all introduce ourselves.
course.
I am Henry, or Dr. Henry Higgins, expert on the mass murder of various fowl.
So Henry's fine, right?
Yeah, we just call him
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah.
Just Henry. Just Henry's fine. Yes.
My name's Donald, and no, not like the duck,
Don't even-
like
yeah.
most people
That's good.
called me.
I'm gonna put this bread away then.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's not funny, okay? I got it a lot as a
It
kid.
was a little
So-
funny.
You can get that changed.
Mhm.
in a court of law.
You know what? I don't need to change who I am. I just need to fix the problem, which is ducks. Let's focus eyes on the prize.
They are the
That's a
problem.
good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ducks are the
It's on
problem.
ducks, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Tim.
Yep.
And just Tim. Yep.
Tim.
And they call me Mr. Boot.
Ah, Mr. Boot. Ew.
So let's get to today's agenda. This has always been run a kind of egalitarian like. So we always never know
Not like ducks.
Who start right?
Those fascist feathered freaks.
Just foul.
Sorry, it's just.
No.
It's all right.
I just.
All right, so we hit up a lot of parks this weekend. You know, we made some good rounds. I want to focus on maybe not spreading ourselves so thin this time around. You know, we got to focus on the strong ones this time.
Precisely.
Take out the strong ones.
Yes, if you weed out the strong, they will get more weak as they breed, and it'll be easier to kill them. Yes.
That's what I just said.
I don't know. The strong ones are. Are you sure? Because those are the really strong ones. Those are the big ones.
What are we doing here? If we're just going for little ducklings.
Well, you take them. I don't know. They're like the pawns. You don't go straight for the king when you play a game of chess. You go for the pawns.
If you're a man.
Thank
No.
you, Henry. Thank you for that.
Oh, well, okay. Yes.
Monty, I think Monty's trying to say something.
I learned recently while sitting at the park from a young gentleman that the ducks have
Younger than you?
younger than
gracious.
myself. Yes.
Oh.
I've learned that the ducks, they have been learning how to defend themselves, and I feel that there may be a duck among us.
What?
No.
What?
I know I have just been invited to this for the first time, but I tell you, I distinctly smell the smell of a waterfowl.
That's the most absurd thing.
Just like how my grandfather said World War II was.
Monty, you're coming in here with some pretty big accusations.
Just
Yeah,
leaning
man.
in real hot.
I call it how I sees it.
Well,
That's all I'm saying, and I sees it by my nose, smells it.
Well, do you have any actual evidence that we could smell?
You.
I don't know if I want any evidence of that.
How about I just throw some of this bread out?
Oh, okay, yes.
Tim!
God! It's
Well.
Tim.
Dear Monty, it seems that we meet again.
You know this duck?
Of course
Yes.
he does.
This
You remember.
was the duck that refused me my wife's. How do you say
this is
the
gonna be a very
financial
long
gains
story.
that I gain when a
So
loved one perishes?
You
This duck refused it to me. I had been paying this duck through its commercials. I came across this duck saying that
Oh boy.
if ever anybody had perished, life insurance, this duck offered me a life insurance that I took out of my wife, and this duck refused my claim.
That I thought it was because I killed your wife. You
But it
paid
was
me
the
to kill your
claim.
wife. That was my understanding.
Oh,
Are we just
Classic.
confused?
I'm confused.
Well, I thought you were paying me to kill my wife. That's why I cut her brakes.
I'm not understanding why we're all okay with this.
I'm
always in for the ride.
Same here, yeah. You know, people
It
murder
seems
their
like you
wives.
wanted to, kill. You cut your wife's
Cut the brakes, right?
brakes.
Yes.
Before then, you had just been. And then I harassed the car, and it went off the edge of the cliff, and it sank like a duck would not do.
See, I thought your whole commercials about paying somebody for the death of a loved one was code for you telling me that you would pay me to take a hit on my wife.
I think maybe you just wanted to do that.
Okay, wait a minute. Who is hitting whose wife?
But well, I just kill people. But it seems like this guy is responsible for cutting the brakes on his wife's car. And he
Okay.
saw a local commercial we ran
Listen,
where a duck
Mr.
was a
Duck.
sponsor.
Mr. Duck, can the rest of us who are not ducks need to have a meeting? We just give us a moment, please.
Well, fine. This is highly irregular. But okay.
All right. Well, this duck shows up, and now we're talking about murdering. When are we going to murder the duck?
This is yeah.
I got an idea.
Okay. Yes.
So Monty, you're telling me somewhere down the line you learn to make the ducks work for you, yeah? I mean,
See, that's what I'm confused of whether or not the ducks made me work for them, or if I made the ducks work for me.
well, let's think about this, huh? We want
Am I a duck?
Oh God! Don't say that,
Monty.
Monty.
Am I a
talking
sleeper
crazy.
agent duck?
You're talking crazy, Monty.
Oh. You're finally coming around to it, Monty, eh? Who asked? When did you start carrying those baskets of bread around? Certainly not at our request. Oh no.
Monty, why you got so much bread?
It happened
You
today.
have so much
You cut
bread,
your
just-
wife's brakes, didn't it? You just started balling up bread. Ah, yes. Yes, there he is. You can sort of see him, yes.
My God!
Don't you understand? Don't any of you understand? This is an entire college run by ducks.
How could I have been so blind to it all these years? My propensity for floating in water, my desire for bread, my occasional flight across the horizon.
Yes. Yes, Monty, yes. You've been with us the whole time.
Does that mean the rest of you are ducks?
Donald, what do you have to say?
What are you trying to imply?
You seem like a sailor that has a dislike of pants.
That is true.
What are you trying to do here, Monty? Huh?
Well,
You think I
alright,
don't know
he was
people?
trying to
You
do
think I don't have other friends? You think this is the only club that I've been in?
To be honest, we don't really know the extracurricular activities that Donald had signed up for.
I have actually just met you all for the
Are you in chess club too?
Me is in chess club. I'm in chess
Oh,
club. So.
you're in chess club.
I was gonna try and sign up for chess club,
Chess
but
club.
on Tuesday.
You know, you might just be people that it like to keep busy.
like a duck.
Like a duck. How about you, Mr. Boot?
Well, you see,
Yes, that's right, Henry. An otter. And of our aquatic brethren. You, Mr.
I
Boot.
fooled you all. Ha ha ha!
Man, I still got a problem with this. Why can't just smooth things float like a fish, or a turtle, or a hippopotamus?
You know what? There
utterly
are
crazy.
openings in the zoology class if you'd like to enroll, actually.
This is
oh,
I
the
really
teacher.
like that.
Yeah, actually.
Very
Okay,
good.
well, we can get you signed up for that. We can just
All right,
transfer you over there.
Yeah,
Like, where-
Mr.
how
Boo,
far
you're
away is
taking
the
that class,
campus?
right?
It's Thursday mornings, several hours, and there's some lab.
All right. Is there a class just about smooth animals?
It's not a class, but
No.
it is. You could
It is a
stay
club.
after. You could stay after the class, and
Yeah.
you'll get a lot of talking.
We have a club.
I only have questions about smooth animals.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, yeah. We got sea sponges. We got eels. We got so many types of smooth.
We got
Yeah.
parts of hippopotamuses.
Wet otter.
It's hippopotami.
Oh,
we
is
got
it? Yeah.
Yeah, we got some braids of snakes.
I do have a question for Tim, though, real quick. Tim, clearly you knew that I was a sleeper agent, and yet for the past 20 years, you allowed me to kill thousands upon thousands of ducks.
They all owed me.
So you did pay me to kill my wife.
No, I just let you.
You played me like a duck.
That's right, my man. Oh. This is a new. And it all happened on the internet. From 7 to 8:30. What did it all mean? Who knows? Was it a dream? I don't know.
Why am I still in order?
None of us know. What we do know is that our guest was Brittney Mignano.
Brittney.
Thank you, Brittney.
I must say, Brittney, you're a fine girl. But
Thanks for
my
having
life,
me.
my love, my lady, it's YouTube live streaming.
This is the YouTube live stream. If you enjoyed tonight's show, you can make a donation on Eventbrite. There's a little link on the bottom in the description below. But you can also continue to enjoy the streams we do Thursdays at 7 p.m. for free. That's all for tonight. We will be back next week. And if you're ever being scared by ducks, just remember, your friends are here.